filled.
All right. Let's find this closer to. All right, so let's look at Friday. So Thursday was the first day that we had that we stopped one-time framing up since the beginning of August. Then Friday we had an outside day. We broke the low and the high, but we also left an untested overnight high. OPEX is out of the way, and we now are trading below Friday's value area low. So what there is to look at is, do we stay below Friday's value, or do we go back inside value? The first trade that it's a high probability trade is accepting above 64.70. Triggers the value area rule, which says that we should go back to the 64.80, which is value area high. But not only is value area high, but it's a high volume node. So we're probably gonna, if we test the 64.80 again, we're probably gonna shift the 5 and the 20-day point of control up here, which is right now at 64.15. This is probably going to shift up here. You see that this volume node versus this volume node are very close in size. So if we spend just a little more volume up here, then we're going to shift value up. Shift the 20-day point of control up. So that's the first thing. Do we accept inside value from Friday, and then do we sweep the value? Now, if we end up at 64.80, then from there we have to see if sellers are going to take another shot at trying to bring price lower, or if we break above Friday's value and then start traveling towards this highs, right? So we have a little bit of resistance here at 64.88. You can see this low volume area right here. So a little bit of resistance there. And then if we break above this, we have this one high, another high, which is the previous week's high, the untested overnight high. And then we have this target that we've been looking at for several days, that 6500 on SPX, which should be about 6522 on ES, if I'm not mistaken. So those are the targets to the upside, the same that I been talking about a few days ago. 65.16 is the imbalance repair. We had a bearish imbalance from this session, which was repaired in the overnight, during the overnight at 64.58. So this is done. And then we have another one from Friday, which targets 64.44. So if we get below, if we reject value from Friday and then we get back below the overnight low, first target is 64.44. And then from there, we want to see, well, we have all this previous value that was pretty, there's really no value here. So usually when we start trading inside value for this day, we had all these rejections here, but now, at least during the overnight session, we were accepting inside Tuesday's value. So we want to see if we accept during the RTH session. If that's the case, I'm thinking that we could see a move down to value area low, which is at 64.34, and then from there see if we can get inside the previous week's range, not last week's but the previous one before that, and then retest that 20-day point of control 64.15. I'm expecting some buying there because we had such a nice breakout that's been holding really nicely. So the first test, I'm thinking that it's going to be supported. We'll see after that. If that initial bounce doesn't hold, then seeing if we can get down to the 6400 area. 6392 is stronger support. But we have a few areas, right, for support. That's one, and then this one is another one, and this one is another one. All right, so that's ES. NQ started one time framing down. You see that this session and this session couldn't take the highs of the previous session. So in that sense, it's a little more bearish. We already got to value area low from that Tuesday session, and now we are testing that weekly high. And I have a target from, what day is this? From this session at 23,706. And then look at this, this value. There's really no area where traders are agreeing other than up here, right? So any failure to continue to move lower is going to bring us back to 23,935-ish. If we start getting lower and then we see that flow is bearish, then we really have no strong support until this 23,300 area. I mean, we have a little bit of support at the 420 area, but the stronger one is down here. So we could have some more downside on NQ. Now, if we get back above this 20-day point of control, then looking for new highs and testing the previous week's highs. Okay, let's see, crude. If you look at crude after this down move, we're seeing a little bit of absorption in this area, in the 62 area. You see all these red delta bars. That means that there's sellers there that are getting absorbed. So I'm thinking that this could be another long opportunity in this area with a stop below this low, below 61, and then for an attempt to retake these highs. I think that's a good risk reward for crude right now. I think we're starting to turn.
Order filled.
Hold on one second.
Order filled.
Let's see what else. This is gold. So gold tested that 50 DMA finally. See this? We look below it, and now we are. We moved all the way back to that 3,400 20-day point of control. So look below and fill. I think the next thing to look for is seeing if this bounce holds, and then a retest of this 3420 area. If it doesn't hold, if we get below this 50 moving average again, then I'm looking for the 3350 area to be retested. Alright, this week we have VIX expiration on Thursday, and then we have a Jackson Hole coming up next week. So that could bring some more volatility in this market. So still bullish, but we can start seeing some pullback. You can see this when looking at flows, that there was a lot of put buying protection for the next few weeks, which is bearish flows, but at the same time, if everybody's getting short, then it's hard to go down because everybody's buying puts, right? So keep that in mind. So could see a pullback. I wouldn't get too bearish until we get back below this point of control, the 20-day point of control. All right, that's about it.